Hello, in today's video, I would love to chat with you about warming up the core part of our sound so that we're really increasing clear tone production. I feel like this series of warm-ups is better incorporated as a second half of your warm-up series. So maybe use the warm-ups from week 1 and then come and do this. Generally, this is not the only part of your voice that you want to warm up. But it's an important part, especially for some of my musical theater singers, where we're really just thinking about clarity of sound and making sure that we have clear vowels all the way through. So what I'd like to do is start with a me exercise. I call it the selfish exercise. Basically, we're just gonna go me. At some point during our series of scales, you are going to have to make a decision to move across that break and to transition from chest voice into head voice. I want to give you the freedom to make that choice. We're not just trying to stay in a static position ever, where the voice loses freedom to stay on the breath. No matter what style of singing we are doing, we always want to maintain a position that allows the breath to consistently move through that vocal tract. And so allow yourself that idea of kind of rocking forward. That doesn't mean that we lose the core part of our sound. So here we go. Me. On some of these higher ones, you started moving into a place where you were me, and lost the core, go back and do this again and slow it down and really see what you can do to find a very narrow, focused E through here. Where we get a clear vowel and a clear and present tone on every single pitch. That's the goal of the exercise. All right, now the next few exercises, I'd like to use some phrases from our everyday life to help us get at some great vocal technique. The first one is just calling our mom. So maybe you're downstairs and you want to get your mom's attention. And I often like to encourage you to think about something emphatic. Maybe your brother or sister has done something to annoy you. Maybe there's a fire and you need to let your mom know right away. So we're gonna get her attention emphatically. Mom. The thing we want to make sure is that the second half of that, the the ma, is as bright and as forward and as present as the first part. So we do not want mom, because that's really singing towards the M. And we always want to make sure that every pitch has a vowel on it and a focus vowel like that. So here we go. Mom. Imagine that you're getting desperate for her attention. One more. Good. All right, the next series I like to do is Hey You. I often tell my students that I'd like you to imagine that maybe you're in a large parking lot and you see that the person walking in front of you has maybe dropped their wallet or their keys and you're trying to get their attention. And the higher we go, the further away from you they're getting. So you really need to get their attention. And we're going to do a descending fifth. And so, hey you, a really good A and a good ooh at the end. So we want to avoid hey, but hey you. Here we go. Hey you. Good. Be really careful. We don't want to get pretty through here. Hey, you is not the sound we're looking for. You really are trying to get someone's attention. Hey, you. Let it feel a little yelly. One more. Fantastic. One more. We're going to do the same series of descending fifths, only a different vowel set. So we're going to do that's mine. So the vowels we're thinking about here are ah, ah. We're really wanting to think about just that easy move from ah or that's mine. Allowing there to be space in the back of the throat, allowing that breath to flow freely on every tone. And I want you to be really specific in your dramatic intention. I want you to imagine somebody's trying to take something from you and you need to let them know that it's yours. That's mine. What's yours? That's mine. That's mine. Two more. Good job. All right, I'd like to do two more exercises. These are kind of more advanced exercises. They can be a little difficult to think about, but they're designed to really help us think about the relationship between your chest and your head voice. And so they involve rocking back and forth between the head voice and the chest voice on the same pitch, using the first time a different vowel and the second time the same vowel. So we're going to use ah for chest voice and oo for head voice. And I want you to so we get chest, head, chest, head, chest. All right, take your time. This is a hard one and you may not be able to do it, especially as we get higher. But it begins the process for you of thinking about this movement and the relationship between those two parts of your voice. When this is done well, what you should find is that those two parts of your voice stand next to each other and that you can sort of easily rock back and forth between the two with enough technique developed over time. All right, here we go. We want to try to do it without a big speed bump in the middle. Here we go. For these next few, what I find is when this is being done well and correctly is that the mixed voice starts being really developed, and that the difference between the chest and the head voice starts becoming very small here because the mix starts automatically mixing those two for you. So if you feel that trying to happen in your voice, go ahead and let it. Here we go. Last one. Good. All right, we'll come down here and now we're gonna rock back and forth on the same vowel. This is definitely more difficult. And then here, what we see is that mix does start coming into play. For me, that's technically still a chest head voice rock. But we can also start feeling how if that was done well, the mix option is really a better one because it's freer, it's on the breath, but the tone is still present in the sound. A very functional sound. It's too high of a belt for me. That doesn't sound good. And would not be a very sellable sound in musical theater. Starts becoming a bit more functional. So once you start feeling the tone and the breath beginning to blend into a good mix, allow that to happen for you and for you to be able to control both sides of the sound, both the tone and the breath, and you are able to control the percentage amounts within the blend that you're trying to create because you understand how to control the tone part and how to control the breath part of your voice. And that's what a lot of these exercises are designed to do for you, is to give you control over all the aspects of your voice so that you can sing a variety of different music types well. Anyway, have a great day and I'll see you soon.